Hey guys, training tip here from McBryde Mats. So the tip of the week, I've got season 20 of the Ultimate Fighter coach. He's a striking aficionado on Team Pettis, who won the successful season there. They had a great win-loss record, and their fighter went on to win the tournament, our friend Carlos Esparza. And again, McBryde Mats is dedicated to bringing great mats, great equipment, and great technology and safety, not only to MMA, martial arts, striking, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and as well, of course, jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So again, judo, you name it, all these different grappling and fighting disciplines, great mats, great safety. That being said, McBryde Mats has put us to task to put out some techniques because they're giving back to the community, sharing techniques. So we're talking a lot about MMA right now. Biggest thing you want to focus on is when you train a little harder, you're going to use the bigger gloves and bigger equipment, but you got to get used to doing stuff with the gloves on. Prime example, I used it in the last McBryde video I did. I talked about the really good fighter, Tito Ortiz. His striking improved dramatically in his last rematch with Chuck Liddell. The only bad thing, his striking, he trained a lot with big gloves, and he didn't do a lot of drilling with little gloves from what it looked like, and his guard was getting punched around. So the biggest thing you got to be mindful is drill with these little gloves, because the thing is, if I cover like I am, that jab just fit down the middle if I don't have a tight guard. You can circle. So the biggest thing you got to do, we talk about it in jiu-jitsu, but in striking and MMA, you got an active guard. If he's hitting at me, I got to get on that parry, blocking, and I just can't think that's a defense showing up, both hands stuck. Both hands got to work at one time. He jabs at me, I'm parrying. He's blocking or blocking. Like I said, block, block, block. If he's straight, so I'll parry and get ground, because it's very important. See, when I fight in the striking arena, people forget we get the grease a lot on our face. And when Coach Cush was my coach for my last 3 rounds, he was just gobbing that stuff on me. That's why my face isn't as bad as most people, because I was a lover of the Vaseline on my face. You know, whereas in MMA, it's zip, zip. Okay, good luck with that. You know, MMA is a tough sport. These gloves are not forgiving. So what you gotta really focus on is parrying, blocking, moving your feet, moving your head. But the big thing, don't get out over your leg. Real easy drill, we just start out. They toss 1-2 at me. I just get used to pop, pop. See, the biggest thing I'm doing, I squeeze my fingers, thumbs, but see how I redirect. I just don't parry, because look, that hand's still, I'm actually stuffing as much as possible. Boom, I'm moving those hands. This is something I learned from my father, and it really resonated when I went to Thailand. Because that's the thing in Thailand, if you've got, coach, you defend me. See, if he doesn't have strong parries, I can walk through, boom, clinch. See, when he uses a good parries, right, see, it actually pushes me off balance, and it really affects my game. So that's one thing I learned in Thailand. The better fighters who didn't get clinched or didn't get caught out of position were excellent with the parry game. So little drill, like I said, pop parries, and even he can use them to sidestep. Pop, yeah, then he created the angle, the counter, or even me, if he punches at me, I sidestep. Oh, there's my takedown, my trip, and as well, I can use it. This is from my Muay Thai background. Bop, bop, bang, low kick city. So again, the parries are so important. And another thing, one thing we do here at Roufusport, 1 day a week for MMA team, we use big gloves, a little bit harder, a little bit more faster pace, and then another day of the week we spar with our MMA sparring gloves to get used to. Like I said, I used the example last week. If you go on YouTube, there's a really good fight promotion called Thai Fight. It's from Thailand, Asia. They've even gone to France, but what they do is they use the old school Muay Thai rules, like you saw in the movie Kickboxer and Umbak. They fight with the hemp wrap, the rope. So the funny thing is, you don't see guys standing there like they are with boxing gloves. It's a longer distance fight, and to me it's a good example of what you're going to expect when you watch an MMA fight. Because like I said, I can't stand in the pocket. One, I'm either going to get hit too much in MMA, or yes, I'm going to get taken. So as much as you can, get you and your training partners to learn how to light spar, blow. That's one thing I really, you know, it's just funny, not being negative. It's like everyone's like, oh, Conor McGregor, he's talking about this. We've been doing this now for about 3-4 years, this type of training and sparring, because like I said, with the little gloves, you just can't bang. And I noticed Straight Blast Jam and him, they're really big advocates of it, and I think it's cool, because that's how you want to learn how to fight. Because if the first time you put these on is the night you go to the octagon or the local cage and ring, you got a problem. So you want to, another thing, wrestle with your gloves on. You can see our whole team back there. Coach Ben Combs tonight, he's running wrestling practice. Everyone wrestles with their gloves on. Grapple with your gloves on. You always want, and be thinking about using every weapon. Even though you might be doing class specific, make sure you train, you're an MMA fighter, you train with MMA gloves, okay? So hopefully that helps. Thank you, Coach Cush, and we'll see you soon.